Hey y'all, welcome back. Today we're checking out 9 most beautiful places to visit in the UK. Honest opinion.
Hi and welcome back to the Girl Gone London channel. If you're new here, my name's Kaylin. I'm a dual
Hey,
UK
Kaylin.
and American citizen, and today we are talking about some of the best places in the UK that I have personally been. Okay, so one of my favorite things about the
Oh, before we start, that was quick. Y'all be sure to go to Girl Gone London and like and subscribe. Just so you know, I have emailed Kaylin about posting reactions to her videos, and she's totally cool with it. Anyway, I'm curious to see what she thinks are the most beautiful places
in the UK that I have personally been. Okay, so one of my favorite things about the UK is how many beautiful places there are to see. So I've put together a list of, I would say, like nature-based destinations. So I haven't included like beautiful towns and cities. I've more focused on the natural beauty in the UK because there is a lot of it. And so this is a list of my favorites.
Great.
Number 1, the Lake District in England. Beautiful, stunning. Lakes everywhere, hence the name, Lake District. Big lakes, small lakes, lakes that you can actually swim in, which is unusual for me coming from Florida, because in Florida you do not swim in a lake because there could be an alligator or a brain-eating amoeba. True story. Do not swim in Florida lakes, but you can swim in a lot of the lakes in the Lake District. And actually I did paddleboarding in Ullswater. I'm pretty sure it was Ullswater. It could have been a different lake, but it was one of the larger lakes in the Lake District. Did paddleboarding. If you've never done paddleboarding, it looks like this.
I have.
I did think it was going to be easier, not going to lie. It was very windy that day, and the lake had a current. And so I was expecting that we were going to go out and it was going to be like flat. We were just going to be like paddling and picturesque. It was definitely an intense workout, and I'm not sure I spent most of it actually on the paddleboard versus falling into the lake, but it was so much fun. And the other thing that we do in the Lake District is called gilly scrambling, which is where you essentially go with a guide.
I've heard her mention that before.
Down, it's not quite a river, but like a stream-ish kind of thing. I'll put up pictures, and you put on your helmet, and you basically with your body go like down this stream, and you use the natural like slides that have been created to basically slide your way down. So much fun. And again, you're surrounded by beautiful scenery. Just honestly one of the best places. I've been multiple times to multiple different places within the Lake District because it is very large, but it's definitely a place that I would recommend and I love going back to.
Show me on a map. Lake District National Park. Oh, it's way up north. Oh, okay. That's way up there. Cockermouth. Is that a choice? Newcastle is nearby. Okay. Yeah, I grew up in Florida. I swam in the lakes, though. I swam in the river and springs. We have a lot of freshwater springs in Florida. And the water's clear. Like right over here, right up here. See? Although, like, Florida's kind of a lake district as well. But I rarely was concerned about alligators. But, you know, the thing to be concerned about are alligator gars. These are fish that have mouths like alligators. And it used to be a thing, I mean, among my friends, where you'd be swimming in the river and someone would yell alligator gar and everyone would get out of the water. Look at this. This thing. And they'll bite you. Look at that. Look at that mouth. They'll bite you. You lose a finger. What was that thing? Gilly whatever?
Gilly scrambling?
Gilly scrambling. I think she's mentioned that in a video before. And I don't understand how it works because you're using your body? Aren't there like little rocks that poke up and poke you in the butt? Or do your testicles get pulled up under there? Huh, it does look fun. I would just be concerned about my body. The well-being of my body. I didn't look at photos of the Lake District. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, that is gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful. 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 And there's sheep. Beautiful. Ah, castle. Waterfall. Castle. Stones. Sunset. A lake. A pasture. A lake. A lake. A lake. A lake. A lake. A lake. All right, there's a lot of lakes. It's absolutely beautiful. Good choice for number 9, Kaylin.
The next place on my list is Kynance Cove in Cornwall, and I have only been one time, and that was enough to essentially convince me that I did not want to move back to America. I wanted to see what else the UK had to offer. I have never been somewhere in the UK that felt like I was on some like tropical beach vacation as much as this part of the world. Cornwall is obviously beautiful and very large, so I've specifically chosen Kynance Cove for this video to show you a picture here. You can swim in it. We didn't go swimming. We were kind of on a hike and looking at the scenery, but oh my gosh, the water is so pretty. We looked over the edge and there was a seal swimming, and I get it if you're from the UK, maybe a wild seal is just something that happens in your everyday life. I don't know. Coming from Florida in particular, wild alligators,
we don't have seals there.
Wild seals, no. So to see a seal in the wild was really cute and really fun. And it was just bobbing up and down doing its thing. But this was definitely the highlight of my past
there he is.
10 years here. I love Kynance Cove. And yeah, we did the walks around like the Lizard Peninsula area, is that what it's called? And it was 10 out of 10. Would highly recommend if you are headed down to the Cornwall area to check out Kynance Cove. There was also a really, really nice cafe with amazing views. I'm basically about to book a trip as soon as I turn this camera off.
Kynance Cove? How do you spell that? Show me on a map. Kynance Cove? Oh, I almost got it right. Oh, it's way down there on the tip. Oh, I see Lizard Peninsula. There it is. It's a little Asparagus Island. That's where asparagus comes from, y'all. Oh, yep, that's exactly where the picture she was showing. There's some little buildings over there. Wow. That'd be a good place to film a pirate movie. Oh, the lady in the sea, y'all. Oh, it's the lady in the lake. The old man in the sea, y'all. I guess that's the little cafe she's talking about. If I was a troll, that's where I would live. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Asparagus Island doesn't look like an island, does it? Oh, it is, though. That's all. Okay. Okay. Oh, Kynance Cove is. Oh, that's part of it, too. Wow. That is beautiful. It looks, if you showed me those photos and told me it was Fiji or some tropical place or Hawaii, I would totally believe it.
I'm basically about to book a trip as soon as I turn this camera off.
Do it.
Now the next place on my list, we're headed all the way up to Scotland to the Cairngorms. Cairngorms? I think I say it wrong every single time. It's a little bit difficult to say if you're not from the area and haven't said it your whole life. This is how it's spelled. I'm pretty sure I did okay, but let me know.
Cairngorms?
This is basically just miles and miles and miles and miles and acres and acres and acres and acres of like Scottish wilderness. So I went here for the first time recently, ended up on a 13-mile hike. I was promised we were going to go for like a 4-mile hike, but I got tricked both by the landscape and by the person I was with. But I did survive, and it was really, really nice to just walk through like forest, and then suddenly we were in the middle of like absolutely nowhere, like on the side of a mountain. Then we were in forest again. Then we were checking out these waterfalls. It was a really, really beautiful area, a little bit barren in places. So it's definitely like an interesting landscape because we would be at first just in this like really lush forest, and then we were like really exposed on, like I said, this side of what felt like a mountain. But I would definitely recommend this, especially if you like outdoor adventure and you're in Scotland. I would like to go back and experience what it's like in the winter, obviously safely. I'm not about to get like stranded in the middle of nowhere, but I would like to see it in the winter. So if you have any tips for visiting this part of Scotland,
I bet it does get snowy up there.
Let me know in the comments below.
Cairngorms. Show me on a map. Oh, wow. A pile of rocks. Oh, yeah, it gets snowy. Gorgeous. The Day Lodge. Wow. To my American eyes, this looks like Virginia or somewhere in the Smoky Mountains. But then you have these castles. We ain't got that in the Smoky Mountains. Drone footage. Wow. Look how tiny that car. Oh my god, it's gigantic. Amazing. Oh my. This looks like a painting. Beautiful. How do you pronounce it?
Cairngorm.
Cairngorm. Cairngorm.
Cairngorm.
I don't know if I trust this, but I'll trust it. You know what I mean?
Cairngorm.
Cairngorm. Good job, it says. Y'all, Google says I pronounced it right.
Okay, still in Scotland for the next place on our list is a town. So this is a town called Crieff. However, I'm not specifically talking
Crieff?
about like the town itself, but rather the surrounding areas to it. So again, it's all about nature. So Crieff is where the lowlands meet the highlands of Scotland, and it is just, again,
Look at that.
beautiful. Really, really green, lots of like undulating landscapes, cows, horses, sheep, very, very like picturesque place to go. And because it is kind of this like town that has amenities, a really nice hotel and other places to stay, it's a good like base to explore the surrounding areas. Again, so you can go south or you can go north and you'll go to the highlands or the lowlands. It's just like a really, really pleasant and really beautiful place. The reason I know about it and have gone is because my husband's family had gone for like years and years and years as part of their family trips, going back to grandparents and things like that. So I naturally discovered it by eventually being a part of the family, and now it's definitely one of my favorite places to visit in the UK.
Crieff. Show me on a map. How do you spell that? Crieff. Oh, Crieff, Scotland? Oh, okay. It's like right in the middle. Oh, she says where the highlands meets the lowlands. Yes. Beautiful. Okay, this is the town. What happens if I just zoom out some and drop a dude right over? Oh, I randomly clicked a spot on this road. And it is so pastoral. There are even cows. Look at these cows. They all have a white stripe in the middle. Wow, look at that. Beautiful. Crieff.
And next we're going all the way south, all the way back south, down to the south coast of England. And I'm going to talk about
Dover?
the cliffs of Dover.
Yes.
Dover itself, nothing to write home about. Wouldn't recommend it, really. But Dover Castle, yes, but that's not what this video is about. But the cliffs of Dover, if we're talking about the natural beauty of the area, are so worth seeing.
It
and
looks
actually my favorite vantage
impossible.
point is not... There are some really good walks that you can take along the coast where you do get views. However, you can also take a boat ride out to sea and look at the coast from the sea, and that I think is the best way to see them and to really appreciate how beautiful it is. I had never seen any sort of natural landscape like this before moving to the UK. Obviously, I'm used to beaches being from Florida. They look way different. But the White Cliffs of Dover, I do think are very, very, very worth a visit if you're visiting the UK or just haven't been to this part of England before. Again, this is somewhere that I actually do go multiple times a year, maybe once a year, but I've been multiple times throughout my experience in the UK. So I do know the area quite well, and like I said, Dover itself, skip it. But the areas surrounding and the nature are definitely worth it.
Yeah. It does seem like a boat would be the way to go, because if you're up on the cliff, you can't see the cliff. Right? Show me on a map. Yeah, it's really close to London, too. That's convenient. So here's the town, I guess. She's like, skip it. They've got flowers. It is a bit industrial. Wow. Such an interesting landscape. Dynamic. And these are the white cliffs over here. Wow, beautiful. Is it limestone? I bet it's limestone. Gorgeous. Yeah, I've definitely heard of Dover before. And it's somewhere I already wanted to go before she mentioned it.
Next on my list is going further north from Dover in England, and that is going up to the Cotswolds. I feel like everybody knows about the Cotswolds. I'm not like exposing some new part of the UK that you've never heard of, but they are beautiful and they deserve a mention on this list.
Look at that.
everything from the thatched roofs to just like the countryside lanes, all of the greenery, all of the walks, all of the hikes. It's a really kind of like, it's not untouched in the sense that obviously there are lots of villages and stuff in the Cotswolds, but it's just a really peaceful part of England, unless you hit one of the villages when like the tourist buses are coming through, and then it's not. But if you're going in the off season or you manage to miss the tourists, then it is really beautiful. And again, just like lots of different things to see while it all looks very cohesive, like one giant garden to explore. I definitely would like to do a video in the future of me going to the Cotswolds because I've never actually filmed it before, so that might be something I take you along with me on. But yes, the Cotswolds definitely do deserve a place on this list.
Definitely heard of the Cotswolds. I definitely want to go. But for consistency, show me on a map. There they are. The Cotswolds. I believe it's all this green space here. Oh, what is that? What? Oh, it's the trail. Oh, I did hear about a trail from a video by Walter's World. Let's choose a random place on a road. Right here. Let's check it out. Very green. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Look at this little dirt road. Let's follow it. It's like we're there, y'all. We're just walking down the highway. The highway. What am I saying? Beautiful. Gorgeous. The Cotswolds.
Next up, and I'm just chopping and changing here because we're going back to Scotland, the Isle of Skye. And again, this list is a list of places that I have personally been, which is how I know to include them in the list.
Look at
the
that.
Isle of Skye.
How big is that?
There's so many different things you can say about it. It is, I'm not going to rank these in terms of what is the actual most beautiful, but if I had to, it is definitely up there on this list of really one of the most beautiful and wild places that I've ever been. I went to the Isle of Skye on a group tour, and so that did mean that we did get to see places that were kind of off the beaten path. It was like a small tour. I've never actually done it like on my own without a group, so that is something that I would like to do as well. But again, it was a small enough group that we really did get to stop and enjoy a lot of the places. I just think wild is the best way to describe a lot of the areas around there. It is a popular place to go. So it's a popular place that equally retains like its wildness feel, I guess is the best way to describe it. But if you are considering a visit to Scotland, the Isle of Skye is definitely one to put on your list.
It kind of looks like Iceland, doesn't it? Which makes sense because it's nearby. Isle of Skye. Show me on a map. Oh. Oh. Yeah. That is way up there. How do you even get there? Are there roads to there? There is a road. Isle of Lochalsh. Dunvegan. Glendale. There's a Glendale. Huh. Glendale. I mean, beautiful. Oh, there's only 2 photos of Glendale. Let's choose a random spot on the road. Right here. Ah, expansive. Yes. Oh my gosh. Clear water? Wow. Look at that. I see what she means. It's very dynamic. Mountains, fields, boulders. Wow. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, I want to go to Skye.
Okay, next on my list is a place in Wales called Conwy, and I did realize that I said I'm not including like towns in this list. However, I wasn't really thinking of the town of Conwy as much as I am about the views. So Conwy is a coastal town in Wales, and I guess when I picture it in my head to include in this video, I'm more thinking about the castle walls that you can walk on, but most importantly, the views that you get out to the sea. So it's just like a really, really nice, picturesque view of the sea and boats and people walking along eating ice cream. And I'm pretty sure we saw a dolphin or multiple dolphins. Like, I'm almost positive that's where I saw dolphins. And so this is definitely in Wales, one of my favorite places to go. I will say I do like the interior of Wales and the rugged parts of like Snowdon, However, my favorite part of Wales is the coast of North Wales. So that's why I've included Conwy in this list, but really anywhere along the coast of North Wales I think is beautiful. And I would definitely recommend specifically stopping in Conwy if you are going to this part of Wales.
Conwy. I've heard of this one. But show me on a map. I don't know how to spell it. Did I actually spell it right? North. Yes. Yes. There's that castle. Yes. Beautiful. That's really amazing. I mean, you Brits are, you're probably bored with all the castles. And you probably think it's weird for Americans to be like, look at this castle. But we just don't have them like that. Wow. Yeah, this looks familiar to me. I think I've seen this in another video. This particular castle. Conwy's a must-go.
And the last place on my list is something that you're probably not going to find in other videos, and that is the Chilterns. So the Chilterns you can access easily from London, which is why I've included them on this list, and it's kind of like a wide range of like area of outstanding natural beauty, it's called. I was going to say national beauty, but it's natural beauty. And again, you can reach towns in the Chilterns very easily on the train from London, but the Chilterns are just really hilly, which is unusual for certain parts of England. So I've included a lot of places in this list that do have like varied and hilly landscape, but a lot of parts of England in particular are relatively flat. So the Chilterns are a really nice place to find that kind of the hills and the rolling countryside kind of atmosphere. Very, very green, and just lots of like amazing walks and hiking and great views, because with hills comes great views. So the Chiltern Hills or the Chilterns is maybe one of the more local places that I have on this list in terms of, I don't think a lot of tourists from outside the UK would come here. All the better. So the Chilterns are not touristy. They're just a really nice, like local, natural area, and I would definitely recommend. There's also a lot of National Trust places around the Chilterns, lots of gardens, just lots of natural beauty to explore. So again, if you're within the UK, I would definitely consider a visit to the Chilterns, maybe a weekend away. And if you are visiting from outside and you want to go somewhere more local that is not like the one village in the Cotswolds that every single tour group takes you to, maybe consider taking a train out to one of the villages in the Chilterns to go for a really nice walk and explore. Okay, that brings me to the end of this video. The question for today is, what do you think is the most beautiful place in the UK? Comment below and let me know which of my list you have been to. I would love to hear. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.
Thanks, Kaylin. Chilterns. Show me on a map. Chilterns. Oh, it's northwest of London. For some reason I was thinking northeast. Okay. Oh, it is rolling hills. Look at that. Oh yeah, beautiful. There's a hut. That's not very beautiful. Yo, this looks like where I'm from. Like, so does this. This does not. I mean, Chilterns is beautiful, but I mean, it is gorgeous. It's like very peaceful and relaxing, whereas Isle of Skye is like eye-opening, dynamic. A little dog in the forest. Now this is a spooky picture here. A graveyard with an old church. I'm not going there. Mushrooms! Can I say mushrooms on YouTube? We'll find out. Oh, look at this. Look at that. Let's find a place on a road and randomly choose it. How about here? Street view. Yes. It's so green. Beautiful. Wow. Yes, some of these I've not heard of. I mean, all of these places are beautiful. Great choices, Kaylin. Y'all be sure to go to Girl Gone London and like and subscribe. And if you made it this far in the video, give me a like and subscribe. What's up? I'd like to thank my patrons. I'd like to thank my Buy Me a Coffee people. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching this with me. And I'll see you next time. Later.